All right. We are back. We are back with another session of what?
Now what's
happening? All right. Come on with it.
Well, it's a brand new episode. You and I have had many conversations over the year about this particular issue, and that is old versus new. Old thinking, new thinking, old parenting, new parenting. We talk about it all the time. This is going to be a good one here, you guys. This is going to be the one. Corey, roll the tape. What you got?
Oh man. You know what? We just gonna jump into this. I want to talk about what happened to old school parenting. What happened to old school parenting? Now, okay, we just gonna jump in. now everyone, so we doing this again. We got younger kids and we got older kids and
yes.
So we doing this all over again. And one of the things we realize is that what happened to old school parenting. All right.
Yeah.
Now, recently, we both had this experience. Our children wanted to hang out with another child.
Yeah.
Now, their parent was like, sure, come on over. And we look like, what? What happened to what? Wait, no, I don't know you like that. I need to talk to your parent. I need to get to know you before I let my child come. Oh, okay. Come on. Go ahead. You go for it, Leon. Go.
You hit it right on the head. We're like-minded on this issue. I can't let my kids go hang out with anybody until I know the parents. We need to have a conversation or two. We need to have the same values. This is very important. Same values, not exactly the same, but we need to be in the same ballpark. You don't have to be as old as I am. Young people, there's no age limit on values. There's no age limit on right and wrong and how to parent. And there's none of that. We're all trying to do the same thing with our kids. We're trying to raise them up the best way that we can. But we all know that how you raise your child is directly related to how you were raised. It's directly related to your values. So it's a tricky situation in these new times, in this new norm.
And this man, so here's what happened. My son, he's in kindergarten. Go pick him up, right? One of the other kids was like, hey, can your son come over for the play date? Parent pulls up. Sure, that's no problem. They can hang out. I'm like, whoa. Let's slow down here. This is the first time I'm meeting you.
Right.
Okay. So let's get this. This is the first time I'm meeting you. All right. Secondly, yes, both of our children go to a Christian school, so we got some basics there. Okay, but I don't know how you act. I mean, and then we got the whole. Remember, we already just had the conversation about COVID, what you
Yeah,
do, and everything else.
yeah,
But still, though, you need back in the day, you couldn't even talk to another parent. You know what I'm saying? You had to call them up. We had to go to church with
yeah, yeah, yeah.
them.
Let's drill down on
Okay,
that
okay, okay,
say
okay.
when we say old school, new school. Now there is there is a caveat to this whole thing because as parents, you and I, with younger kids, well, most parents are the same way. We always want our kids to have it better than what we did. And unfortunately, or however you want to look at it, our kids are mainly spoiled compared to what we used to do. We had chores, we had all these different things that we had to do that kids don't have to do today. So there is a little different. Even with the old school parents like we are, we still gave them some leeway that we didn't even have.
Yeah, that's true. Now
You know, it's
that
not
is
exactly
true.
like the way we grew up. So it is a
But
difference.
I'm just saying some basics. I mean
Yes.
basics. Okay, so there's the basics of, um, okay, you got a daughter.
Yep.
She's in high school. Would you let her go stay the night at one of her girlfriend's house?
Well, staying the night is totally out the question. So that's not even on the table. That's not on the table. So we better drop it down and let's
Okay,
say this.
okay,
My second to the oldest. So she
all right.
came home. She said she's got a friend. School just started out. So she has a friend. Actually live a couple of blocks away. Okay. And she wanted to know could she just go up there and just remember it's a couple of blocks away. So she said, well, can I just go over there, ride my bike, and just hang out? Now, I remember when I was growing up, I actually could do stuff like that. When I was growing up, my parents was like, listen, and maybe because I was a boy, but my parents would let me go say, go head on. And I would be gone. You know, my whole thing
That's
was,
true. I was
you,
going all day.
but you had to be back when them street lights came on. So that
That's
was,
right.
you
That's
know, that
right.
was the
That's right.
difference. And I would be all downtown. Oh my goodness, I would be so many different places. But now, when she asked me that, I
Hmm.
thought I had a flashback when I was a kid.
Okay. Okay.
But these are different times. People are
Hmm.
different.
Yeah.
We have neighbors that don't speak to neighbors. We have
Oh my goodness.
people living right in your community, walking their dogs, and they pass right by you and they won't even say hello.
Now,
Right?
now? Do you remember? You knew everybody on the block.
And everybody knew
Everybody.
your kids.
And everybody knew your kids. Everybody knew who your mama was.
Yeah.
Everybody knew who your daddy was. You couldn't even get in trouble. You got in trouble. Alert went out.
Oh yeah. It beats you. Your trouble beats you home.
Okay.
But you come in, you can't even get your story straight because your mama already know what you did. So yeah, this is different.
Okay. Okay.
And
So okay. Okay. I mean, I get you. I get you. Okay. So
you
what?
know, but let me finish this with my daughter. So I told her no, no, you can't do that because of what we're talking about. We needed to meet their parents. We need to have at least a conversation. We need to interact to see what's going on in that household. Now, I must admit there's a double standard because I immediately came with, well, why don't she come over here? Now, I
Mm.
would imagine that her parents, if they're anything like me, they're having that same conversation. They're thinking that same, we don't know him. We don't know what's going on. But this begs to the main issue is communication, getting to know one another.
That
and
is
which
true.
would draw us closer together.
That is true. That is true. Okay, what? Right, we're talking about new school, old school. What happened to the day when you can say something to another person's child? See,
Yeah.
see. Now you remember
Oh my God,
we
that gets you in a lot
we
of trouble. That gets you in a lot of trouble.
see now before, if your child was acting up, just buck wild, and you weren't there, another adult could step in and say, "Hey, calm down, sit down." Now
Yes.
they want to fight you.
Now they shoot
You oh, I know you didn't talk to my child.
you. Yeah. It's
I,
first of all, we know that there's been a breakdown in the family.
yes,
We know
yes,
that. We the family structure is on the brink of non-existence. And because of that, we have a lot of single family homes. The majority are women led, and they're doing yeoman work. I mean, they're working all day, usually more than one job. And then they come home, they cook and clean, they're raising kids, and they're doing all these things. Um, so we got that part of it. Men, in a smaller number, much smaller number, are doing the same thing, right? And so there's so much pressure on them to keep their kids even safer because it's only one. Um, they're scared. They're scared, and they have to. And then when you look at the news,
yeah,
let's
yeah. It's
let
scary
let's
out
be
there.
real.
It's just
Some of
it's
the craziest things. You look at the news and you don't even know what to say. You don't even know what to think.
man.
And so with the world
Wow.
going in this unknown direction, um, you're worried about your children and you're willing to do whatever it takes to keep them safe.
I mean, it's true. It's true. I mean, there was a time. Remember, we had this conversation about the phone, right?
Oh my
Where
goodness.
where you had one phone in your house, and that phone was in the kitchen. All right.
Yes.
So so you got a time limit. Somebody called you. You was on the phone. Mama
Yes.
looking at you. You had 10 hot minutes.
Yeah.
Okay, then they graduated. Remember, you had the cordless phone.
Yes. I
Okay,
remember that.
so you remember, so we graduated, right? And then you can use your phone in your room, but you had what 10 hot minutes. Now, okay, old school, new school. Now again, I'm a firm believer that yes, because in this age of you don't know what's going on, I do agree with yes, they should have some form of communication like a cell
Uh,
phone. Okay, I'm okay. We because I need to know where you at.
yeah.
But
Yeah. Yeah.
but but when I call, I I can't go to voicemail. When I
Ah.
call, I can't go. My daughter used to do that all the time, and I'm like, wait a minute, I'm paying for the phone, so therefore, when I call,
Yeah. You need to be. They need to be like when they see your name. First of all, on their phone, they should have your picture.
is that your picture?
They should have a special ring. You know what I'm saying? They should have that. They should have something that's going to identify this is dad calling. They should break an arm trying to hit that button to answer that phone because you're already thinking all types of stuff. I'm the same way. My kids have phones, and and that they're not doing anything or they're talking to someone or something like that, and they, they're just not going to answer you. They're not going to answer you, and then you go to extremes. Now If you don't
Yes.
answer my call now, I have to go in to find a friend. I gotta see where you at. All my kids got the Apple tags. I gotta sound the tag off. I gotta make it start ringing. So wherever she's at, she's buzzing and ringing and buzzing. People are like, "What's wrong with you? You about to explode?" No, that's my dad trying to get in touch with me.
Okay, so we remember we had this conversation. The challenges of us being old school parents in a new
Yeah,
school world.
right,
Cause that's really what it is. And I think we agree upon there's some foundational things,
right,
but you just got to keep it old school.
right, right.
You
Yeah.
you can't you can't you can't yell at me.
Well, I
Well,
missed
I
that.
mean, right. I mean, you
No,
and
I missed that memo. Listen, listen. I
you
have
can't
I have went
raise your
horse.
voice.
I've went horse where the next day I didn't went to work and I can't even talk. So
Okay,
no, I missed that one. I missed that email. I
you
didn't get
missed that
that.
memo.
Listen, that must have went to spam because
Now,
that
now,
went to
now,
spam.
you remember back in the day, you even had an inflection in your voice.
Oh yeah,
Boom. That was a shoe, a broom. I mean, now people say, oh, you can't do. Remember, you can't spare the rod.
yeah,
You
yeah.
know, now come on now, it's okay. Oh no, no, no.
When
Calm
I
down.
when I look when I look back on it,
Mm-hmm.
I never heard my dad raise his voice
There
in
you go.
my
See,
entire life.
there you go.
I never heard it. I
Not
never heard
once.
it.
Not
Not
once.
one time. And as a matter of fact, my mother either. My
Nope.
mother never raised her voice. Matter of fact, I never even heard my parents curse. I never even heard them curse. And so, but I tell you one thing. No, they did not spread a rod. Uh, I know what a switch looked like. I know. Listen, listen, listen. They didn't have to curse because I knew what was coming. So I immediately straightened up. So that is different. That is different. You try to talk more to your kids
That is true. That is
because
true.
because you feel like okay they're a little bit, maybe they're a little bit more intelligent, they're a little bit more
Mm-hmm.
understanding, you've raised them right, maybe you can talk it out, you can let's talk.
Let's talk it out.
let's let, let's talk this out, and maybe we can come to some type of understanding.
See, there you go.
Oh
See, that's a whole other thing. I remember there was no democracy.
no, no.
There was no. As a matter of fact, so tonight, perfect example.
Hmm.
My wife cooked some food. Jackson looking at it like, mm, yeah.
I don't
Uh,
like that. What else you
exactly.
got? What
See,
else you got?
exactly.
What else?
Now
What else is on the menu?
remember, old school now. If you don't eat what was cooked, you went to bed hungry.
Oh, you not hungry? Oh, you don't want that?
There you
Oh
go.
well,
See,
I'll see you later.
but now we know we both guilty. We can
Yeah.
making special trips, making
Oh
some
man.
meals.
Oh man. Give them choices. We give them some more. Oh well, you don't want that. Well, listen. Why don't you go get the? And we got some leftovers from last. Listen, listen. I know. I know. I know. And it's partially, again, it's partially our fault of the situation with the kids.
Mhm.
But when we're talking about parenting,
Yes.
parenting, here's the problem that
What
I
you got?
see.
What you got?
Young parents, more times than not in today's age, come from a single parent household.
Oh my goodness, man! Man, you gonna get us in trouble. Don't get
I
us in
listen,
trouble.
listen.
Don't
Look,
get us
I've
in
already
trouble,
said,
man.
that you know, single parent household is first of all, we're talking about hard work,
Yes.
and because the majority of those households are led by women, we're talking about women. We're talking about super women
There you go.
because
There you go.
again, they're working, they're cleaning, they're raising kids, they're doing
Doing
homework,
homework
all, they're taking the kids to the doctor, and
to the
all they're
game.
doing it.
Yeah.
They're doing it. There's no backup. There's nobody you can tag in. You can't
Yes.
tag in. No. There's nobody you can do that with. And so you got to give credit where credit is due.
Hmm.
However, we know that it really requires uh, uh, two parents, and if not two parents, there's mentors, there's uncles, there's a lot of different people, cousins. There's a lot of people that can help in. Remember,
So
you talked about before how it used to be with the block. Well,
yeah, that's true.
well, it takes more people to raise a child, and you can bring other good people in. That's why here we go. I'm gonna bring it all the way back.
Oh man.
That's why we need to meet those parents so we can start back and get back to the tribal mentality that it takes a tribe, a collective of people to raise a kid. That's why we have to take that step back and get involved and rebuild the community so we can be stronger in the development of our kids and help them to develop those people skills and also those relationship skills that the kids of today are lacking.
Mm. So so if you looked at it from a look at the big picture. Let's look at the big picture. Do you feel? Oh man, I'm gonna get in trouble. I know I'm gonna get in trouble. Do you feel that younger parents? You know what? I'm just gonna say it. I got a problem with younger parents kicking it with their kids.
Wow, that's
I'm just gonna put it out there like that because more and more you seeing them, oh, they hanging out with their kids, and so the kids don't understand that you are a kid,
right,
I'm an adult, I'm
right.
a parent, you're a child. You know, it seems like the separation is going.
You,
I'm
you
just gonna
gonna
put
get
it
us
out
in
there.
trouble. You getting us in trouble. This is you doing this. You're getting us in trouble. No. Yeah, yeah. I know, and I think that's partially because as a parent, you can't be with your child night and day,
Yes.
and so I guess the rationale behind that, if you develop this friendship, not only are you a parent, but we're friends, right?
Hmm.
So you can
Hmm.
trust me. Okay, this is
Yes.
another way you can
There you go.
trust me.
There
You
you
can
go.
confide in me with your most, you know, delicate secrets. You can confide in me. And so with that, some parents create that relationship that in a child's mind, it creates a false sense of 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 an equalness between the two, and
Wow.
it's wrong because you're not on the same level. You
Okay,
you
so
you're not that. Your child can never be your equal. You can never be that. You've been through too much. You've done too much to get you to this point. So no, no, your child can't do that.
do
But I
you?
do see
Mhm.
people that get caught up in that.
They
Yeah,
get caught. I mean, so do you think? Man, I'm just getting us all in trouble. I'm just getting us
we're
all
in
in trouble
trouble. We're yeah,
here. So
yeah,
so
yeah.
so, and here's the thing again, because you have children. in middle school, high school, you got older kids.
Yeah.
Um, what I'm finding, I have, my older daughter and I got Jackson. What I'm finding is that it's delicate of how you build that level of trust,
Yeah.
that they're able to be able to talk to you about anything safely, but still understand that you're the parent, they're the kid, you know,
Right.
and
Right.
but if because again, you want them if they get in trouble to be able to call you
Right.
and say, "Dad,
Right.
I'm in trouble."
Right. Right.
And
I think now we go back to old school, and
okay,
and
all right,
and with old school is, see, I don't have to be your friend. I don't have to be your friend. I'm your parent. But what comes with the parenting is an unconditional love.
yep,
What comes with parenting is, I'll give my life for you.
yes,
See, that's that unconditional thing. See, I don't have to be your friend because I'm coming with the strongest thing known to man. It's the love for one another. So with that, I brought you into the world. You don't go hungry. You got everything you need, and you got some of your wants. And so that speaks for itself. That right there should dictate an openness on their part because you're everything to them. So that's the old school mentality. So we don't have to be friends. See, you're friends with your equals. If you notice
yeah,
that all your relationships and friendships, they're your equals. They're your peers. Those are your friends. But see, you can't be a friend to a child, your child. You
no, no, you can't,
you
you
can't do
can't,
that.
you can't because when you start that down that journey, it's hard to correct because they like, wait a minute, whoa, what's going on?
Yeah.
And the thing is that if you let it go too far, they thinking they can come, they can swear in front of you, they can
Yes.
drink in front of you, they can smoke in front of you, they can disrespect you,
That's where I was going. They lose
they can
respect
they
for
can
you.
disrespect you because he's my friend, he'll get
Yes.
over it. See,
Hmm.
so yeah, that's that old school versus new school. All right. Now, see, I got to stop because I can tell you, I can think of some more stuff to get us in trouble.
I I know this is a this is
But
an
you know what?
interesting
But you know
subject.
what? You know what? We need to invite a guest or two
Yeah,
and have a follow up on this conversation.
we do. We do. Preferably, someone a young person. We need a younger person. Yeah, we need a younger person to get a different point
Get a
of
different
view.
perspective. Get a different
Yeah,
perspective,
we do.
and to you know what? That's what we're going. Hey guys, we are going to do that. We're going to do that to sort of kind of we want to come back to this. We want to come back to this,
Yeah,
and so I actually I have a couple of people in mind.
good,
But
good.
man, I just thought that we need to have the conversation. But we got to come back next week and talk about this vaccine.
Oh man, yeah.
You know, we got to come back and talk about the vaccine. Now we might do
It,
a
it,
different day because Thanksgiving.
it, it just keep coming back. But again, this is the new normal, and moving forward, this is what we're going to have to live with. It's
Yes.
it's not really going anywhere, so we're going to have to live with this. And just like our conversation last week when we was
Mm-hmm.
talking about how do we build relationships, well, here we go again talking about issues on how to navigate the new normal. This
Yeah,
is, whether it's people changing jobs, becoming entrepreneurs. We talked about the minimum wage and how that has affected people in their moving. People are moving from the north, moving to the south. There's a migration that's happening with people all over this country. Um, but all of these issues, we are all dealing with them at the same time. We're in the midst of a pandemic, which is
exactly.
a magnifying glass on everything we do. Not to mention the price. Look at the prices of everything. How everything has skyrocketed. Look at what's going on
Man,
in this country,
man, that's a whole man. That's a
and,
whole
and,
show.
and we're trying to raise kids. Can you imagine what what the fallout is going to be for the kids that's being raised now? What
Mm.
effects is this going to have on their minds as they live through this thing,
But you know,
this
it goes
pandemic?
back. See, you know what? See, we just hit back old school versus new school. Because I think one of the challenges is back in the day, old school, they said, hey, you need to go get a job to teach us responsibility.
Right,
New
right,
school, hey, get some good grades. Don't worry about working. I'm going to give you some money.
right, right, right.
I mean, you see what I'm saying? So it's that whole thing of how do you balance that whole parenting thing? Because again, you want to teach them structure. You want to teach them. I mean, because there are some good things, financial management. When we was
Yes,
growing up, no one told us about no financial management. you know, we
yeah,
was lucky in school that we balanced a checkbook. so,
that's
so
exactly right.
so
I think another fallout from this whole COVID thing is that during this process, kids came back home. A guy that I work with, he was telling me about how his kids and also my next door neighbor doing this thing. Their kids moved back in. Uh, and just before that, remember we went through this whole thing of being able to keep your child on your insurance
yep,
until they're 26. So now they've moved back in. They're on your insurance. You still feed them and all this type of stuff. And then for the younger one, it's hard for them to find employment because they're not the ones that was working frontline jobs, the restaurant jobs, the fast food, all those different types of jobs. Um, they didn't want to go back to that, so they're still at home.
yeah.
And so now, what about that? How is that
Oh
affecting,
man.
uh, the psyche of these people as having to come and live with mom and dad um, during this difficult time? And how do they get back in it? How do you, in the new normal, a year and a half after the beginning of COVID, how do you get back in it, get back motivated into pursuing a career or a job or whatever you're going to do, relationships? How do you do that? And as a parent
It's
raising
rough.
kids,
It's rough, man.
how do you do that? I think everything that we do moving forward in the background, it will be in the shadow of COVID.
Yeah, yeah. And again, it's about again, it just makes parenting uh not easy.
No,
It's not easy. We
it's not
tell them
easy at
every
all.
time.
Anyway, now you
We,
added another level of
not you add that.
complexity to what was already ridiculous. With teenagers, it's ridiculous.
Well, guys, thank you guys for tuning in. Hey, subscribe. Come check us out. Again, hey, take us out, man. Take us out. Take us out. Take us out.
Man, we need you to like it, subscribe to our channel. We need you to leave some comments. We need to
Yeah, leave some
know.
comments. Yeah, we want to talk
We,
to you.
we want to know what you're thinking. What are
We
you
want
going
to talk to
through?
you.
Let us know so we can broach those type of conversations as well.
Yep.
We're in this boat together. No matter what you're going through, we're going through it one way or another. We're going through it,
You
and
know what?
so this is an opportunity for your voice to be heard. So, man,
Come on, come on. And soon we will be able, so you can call in. We want to
oh yes, I
hear
can't wait for that.
what you have to say. Until then, hey, thank you guys. And check out what? Now
Now what's
what's
happening?
happening.